sunglasses are bad for your eyes. These people are so just crazy. And it's not because they like the taste of people. Hi friends, Tracy here from the Sewing Channel. Welcome back to the 2024-25 Slow Sew. If you're new here, no worries. I do have a free PDF download of the game plan of this rectangle Quilt As You Go Slow Sew. And if you hurry and get that download, you may just be able to catch up with me, maybe. Enough talking already. Let's get busy assessing where I'm at in this quilt and how many more rectangles I need to make. According to my calculations, I need 9 more rows in this quilt. And I ain't gonna lie, I was a little bummed because I was like, oh, I thought it was farther along. 9 more rows, friends, is 113 more rectangles and 8 squares. So I'm not close to being done. These ones right here are all ones that are sewn along the edge, and some of them actually are quilted already. I don't know. I'm getting kind of mixed up now that things are getting closer to the end. I'm kind of just mushing it all together in one bag. These ones all still need to be applique stitched all around the edge. So yeah. So I just counted. I have approximately 52 in the already applique stitched pile and a few embroidered, and this pile right here that I have not applique stitched. So I have over 50 more that I need to cut out and make up and get the batting for and all that. I do have some batting cut up already, so I'll use some of that, but that's down the road because today I need to get some stitching done on these single blocks. And I do already have some of these cut up too, the rectangles in here. So yeah, so that's done. My little bucket here, I got my embroidery floss. Get my little pair of scissors out. I'm not going to do the embroidery floss today. I'm actually going to do some stitching because these need to be done, friends. Probably my least favorite part in this whole process is glue basting. Yeah, I just don't like to get my fingers all gluey. And I don't want to stay stitch it all down. I don't want to do that. It's too much stitching for me. But glue basting is the best way because it really does get it down and ready for you to go. And you can do it way ahead of time, and it's a lot quicker than trying to stay stitch that all down with some thread, for sure. In my last video, I shared with you how I webbed the rectangle quilt together on all of the pieces, not all of them, still got a long way to go, but on a lot of the pieces, so that I knew exactly which color was going next to each color. And that really helped because I wasn't sure what I was putting where as I was just adding them on. So to have them webbed together like that, that was a game changer for me. And then I was just able to sit and sew all the rows together. One tip though I will give you, if you are going to web, make sure that you knot them. If you do not knot the tacking together, they will come undone if you're wrestling your quilt on your lap and trying to sew rows. I mean, that happened to me a lot. I did not appreciate that. So I'm letting y'all know to knot those if you're going to web those. One big tip I want to give you in today's video is this paper tape, and it's just like medical paper tape. It's not a big deal. I just take off, you know, a finger's worth, and I put it right here in this area on my hand. I just set it there for a minute and then I bend just to see where I'm at, to make sure it's not too tight. Now, what this does is, I'll show you as I go here, I tend to drag my thread right here along this area. And then when that was getting too tender, I started dragging here on this finger and I thought, well, why can't I just put something there? So let me show you what I mean with that. So first, you know what we're gonna do. You're gonna just go in and hide your knot that I just made. I don't know if you guys saw me make that. You're gonna pull that through somewhere from the center and come up to the applique stitch, and you're gonna pull that knot through. I probably made that too long. And then you're just going to start applique stitching. And this is what I do. I pull this right here, this thread. When I go to pull up, I go like that. And it tends to rub that a little raw right there. So that was a big game changer for me. It was kind of a little thing that actually worked. But see, when I did that, I used that finger because then I really started using this finger too. So I don't know. I should probably put one on that finger too. And then you just go through and you applique stitch. How far along are you guys? Let me know in the comments. Let me know if you're just starting out, or you're a couple videos back, or you're totally with me and you're like doing the thing. You're with me. You're in it to win it, right? I mean, I just can't believe that this quilt has taken so long to make, right? I mean, although, what did I think? It wasn't going to be, you know, a quickie quilt. I don't know what I was thinking. I wasn't. But I just really thought that it would be a lot quicker than what it ended up being. But slow stitching takes a while. And I've never done a whole quilt by hand. Some people only make quilts by hand. Is that you? Let me know in the comments. I am really hoping to get this quilt done before the end of the year. I mean, I don't want this to turn into a 24, 25, 26 quilt. Although, you know, some quilts take that long. But this one, you know, I do other quilts too. So, I mean, I have finished a lot of quilts since I started this. So I do other quilting in between on my machine, some handwork, some projects and different things. So yeah, if this was my sole quilt that I was working on, the one and only, I bet you I would have been done a long time ago. You all just loved that last video where my friend Jody that I met at my quilt retreat, well, at the Three Amigas quilt retreat, she was doing this slow sew along with me, and she came up with this new way to miter a corner, which, you know, I have to be consistent in this one. If I wasn't so far along, I'd totally use her method. And you all just loved seeing the way she did it. I mean, I did too. She's like wonderful. She's a wonderful hand sewist. So if you did not check that video out yet, you need to make sure that you see Jody doing her thing. She is just a very good sewist. That quilt retreat was so much fun. And since you're all here, I'll give you the heads up. I'm pretty sure we're doing it again next year. We already have dates. But I don't want to give you any dates just yet because, you know, I just want to make sure and that it's good to go and whatnot. But I think we're doing it again. You know, it was just so much fun meeting everybody. I just can't believe all the people. And plus we got to go to Missouri Star Quilt and just really just encompass the whole quilting scene. Have you ever been to Missouri Star Quilt Company? They take their whole town in the middle there and it's all quilting. I mean, it's really nice. It's really nice. I didn't get that much though while I was there because I already have enough friends. I mean, really, I have so much. It's crazy. So much fabric that needs gone through. My thing is though, I see a new print or a new pattern and I'm like, ooh, it doesn't even matter if it's a solo print or it could be in with another line of fabric. And if I like it, I'm like, ooh, I like it. I'm getting it. It's got to speak to me though, you know? Some of these prints though they're coming out with are so cute. I did already buy, I don't know if I told you guys this in any of my other videos, but I already bought Tilda's next line of fabric after this, which I think was Sunday Brunch. So I have the whole line of that, plus I have all of her, what are they called? Filler fabrics, or what do they call that? Not filler, but, oh my gosh, there's a word for it and I can't think of it. Let me know in the comments. Can't think of that. There's a word in quilting for it. It's not filler fabrics. I don't know. But anyways, I bought all of the Sunday Brunch extra little filler fabrics. I know there's a word for it. I just don't know it offhand. So it is a rainy day in Ohio. I thought I might film this outside, sitting in an easy chair out there in like a lawn chair, but it didn't end up that way, friends. I thought, oh, this might be nice. You know, it's been so nice and everything, and here the day I decide to film, of course it's raining. So we're inside today. Did you all get a chance to see the Christmas tree quilt that I designed with the Quilt Amigas? Each one of us challenged ourselves to make an HST Christmas in July quilt. And so I came up with this Christmas tree quilt. You can check that out on my channel. I just love the way it turned out. The pinwheels and everything just looks so fun. And by the time this video comes out, my Color Play leaf quilt will be out already. I'll pop a picture here. I feel kind of funny putting it in here because the video's, you know, coming out tomorrow, but by the time you see this, you'll be okay. It'll already be out. You probably have already seen it, so if you're faithful sewing channel viewers, you have. And by the way, I totally appreciate you all coming and watching my videos, because you know that's the only way that us YouTubers get paid. I mean, this is a full-time job for me, and I can't tell you how much I just appreciate you all coming. And you know, we only get paid when you guys watch the ads or whatever, and so that's why you see ads, because that's how we get paid. Now if you have YouTube Premium, we still get a portion of that too. I mean, it's not much, but still, because you guys don't get ads. I mean, I have YouTube Premium too, so I get it, because I don't like to watch the ads. But they still do, you know, compensate the YouTuber a little bit. Not much though, not as much as if you watched an ad. So that's why you always hear YouTubers, you know, they're constantly like, make sure you hit subscribe and like and all that craziness. I don't tend to do that all the time. I do lately though tell you just to like the video. And if you're not a subscriber, that's okay. I mean, you'll probably still see my videos along the way, hopefully. Sometimes though, YouTube won't show them to you unless you're a subscriber right away. So, and this one you can really see the white on here. I mean, I'm still not that good at applique stitching, but it is what it is. I'm getting better though, friends. I really am. Well, let's do a yellow one. I like this one. This yellow, this is a new incorporation. I don't think I've seen, this is way brighter than that. Yeah. So let's work on this one. Inevitably, in almost every single video, I do get asked a lot about the things that are around me. Like the quilt that I'm sitting on, this is the one currently that I have on the back of my couch here. And it is my linen strawberry quilt. And it's the quilt that I made. Some of you that have been around here know that this is an all linen quilt. The front and back of this strawberry quilt are all done with linen clothes that I thrifted from the Goodwill. I loved making that quilt. It was so much fun. And the one that you see here behind me, I'll put a screenshot in here of it. It's my flag quilt made with all of my scraps from my scrap bin. It was somewhat of a quick make too, this flag quilt. It wasn't hard to make. I mean, it took up a ton of my red and low volume scraps that I had in my stash. So yeah, I use my stash. I'm telling you, I don't let it sit. I'm constantly cutting into all of my fabrics. If they're designer or from Hobby Lobby or old Joanne fabrics, whatever, I'm cutting into it. I don't even care. Life is too short, friends, not to cut into that fabric. I mean, we want to make stuff with it. If some of you don't know already, this quilt, the rectangle quilt, the slow sew, the backs are all done with 100% linen clothes from the Goodwill as well. I'm really into linen lately. Linen makes the most luxurious backing on a quilt. It has a cool kind of touch to it, and it's real drapey, and it's just wonderful. Not the blends though, the full 100% flax linen. They do have a lot of blends with the linen. They blend it typically with cotton, and it's nice too, don't get me wrong. But there's just something to be said about that 100% linen feel. It washes beautiful with the stitching. You can tell on this one, all of that nice crinkly stitching that I did a meander on this one, and it washes perfectly. I mean, I've already washed this one, I think 3 times, and it just gets better and better. Linen is very shifty though. There's no doubt about it. I didn't want to put a lot of starch into this quilt because I didn't want to keep trying to wash it out. I just wanted to work with it and get it in there. But on both of them, actually, on all my linen quilts that I make. But it would make life a lot easier if I did starch, for sure. So how has everyone's summer been? Have you all been getting out? I have been doing this new thing where I get outside at least 15 to 20 minutes in the sun a day. I mean, it's supposed to really help with your sleep and just your overall well-being. A lot of people villainize sunlight, but it's really not bad at all. New studies are coming out all the time that show that sunlight is key to health, but not like all day, every day, of course. Even just 15 minutes, they say, turns on this healing thing in your body. And us being quilters, I know for me anyways, and being a sewist in general, I am constantly indoors, in my sewing room, at my sewing machine. You know the drill. We don't get outside, not because we don't want to. It's just we get, so enamored by what we're doing in our sewing room and so caught up that, we could spend hours in there. And before you know it, the sun has already gone down on our day, right? So I make it a point to go outside, sit in the chair for about 15 to 20 minutes. That's all it takes. And then I'm like, okay, I'm done for the day. I got my vitamin D for the day. It's really simple. We make it harder than what it is. I just don't want to leave my sewing room. I think that's the main thing. I just don't want to leave to go outside because I know I have to stop sewing at that point. But I did go yesterday outside and I stitched a few of these blocks up. You know, just took the little rectangles out. That's why I had thought about maybe doing a video outside today. But yeah, weather didn't permit today. But yeah, that's all it takes. 15, 20 minutes. Who knew, right? I mean, I go days sometimes without seeing sunlight. How about you? Do you stay in a lot too? I know a lot of you have the sewing hobby or quilting hobby as I do. Do you see the light of day? Now they're even saying that sunglasses are bad for you outside. Can you believe it? All this time, they're saying that the new studies are showing, I mean, this is not a medical channel. This is just random facts that I come across, that's all. And I do research and look a lot of stuff up. And the new research is showing that sunglasses are bad for your eyes. I mean, what? So what's happening is the sunglasses are actually blocking the nutrient or whatever, the red light that's in the sun. It's actually blocking it when it hits your glasses. And your eyes evidently turn on this certain mechanism for melatonin, or I don't even know really, but that's the gist of it. So when you look at the sun and you don't have anything shielding your eyes, it's like information to your eyes, to the rest of your body to like make some crazy good nutrient. And then when you block that, your body misses that signal. I know. I think my body's been missing that nutrient for a while because I had those transition glasses where I had the dark put into it. So this last time I went, I told them, no, keep that out because of the new research. I didn't like those transition anyways because it made me look like a blind person. Nothing against blind people, but that's like that stereotype, right? With the dark glasses. I would come in from outdoors and they would be pitch black. And it would take like half an hour for them to come back so I can actually see inside somewhere. So I didn't really like them anyways. So I had that taken off this last time because I need all the help I can get the older I get, right? My eyes need to be giving that signal to the rest of my body to do what it needs to do. So last week was Shark Week. And, you know, I get really fascinated by a lot of that shark stuff. Although my husband and I are like anti-water people, anti-cruise people, because we just don't want to mess around with even the inkling of falling in somewhere where there's sharks. Or just anything could happen, right? They even had a story this last week about this cruise ship that capsized and some people died. Yeah. I mean, can you imagine nowadays with all the technologies that we have and these cruise ships are sinking and these people are losing their lives and there's shark infested waters all around? I mean, yeah, no. My husband and I are land people. Even though we live right next to the lake, we are totally land people. 1000%. I think the Lord knew what he was doing when he put us together because him and I have the same mindset when it comes to open, deep waters. I know a lot of my friends, they go on cruises and such, and we're just like, nope, we'll pass. So yeah, Shark Week, that's been fun. I've been watching a lot of that. One thing I found out during Shark Week was that on one of the shows, they were saying that certain clothes that you wear when you go in the water are not good because sharks are attracted. A lot of sharks can't see color per se, but they can see like light and dark on fish and such, and they can see that on people as well, and it looks like prey if you're looking at someone. This one guy had on a light blue hoodie with a black bottom, and he had the hoodie over his head, but it was all like a pale blue. Well, in the water, if you turned it black and white, it totally had a contrast. And the shark went right after him and bit him in his head, and he had to have surgery. I mean, he was diving or whatever. They were spearfishing, him and his friend or whatever. But now they're saying that any light contrasting color or like an orange, yellow as well, that sharks go after yellow. And it's not because they like the taste of people, because we're not their prey. I mean, other fish and stuff are their prey, and seals and all that crazy. But when you're hungry, you know, you'll take a dab at anything, right? So that's essentially what's happening, I guess. So don't wear yellow or pale colors contrasting. You kind of want to blend in with the sea, you know, like Disney has that go away green where they put that green color everywhere. So that way your eyes don't tend to go toward it. It kind of just blends in with the scenery, the greenery, so to speak. And then I was thinking, well, that goes against what a lot of people say, to put your kids in like a bright orange or bright yellow, so in case they're drowning, you can see them underneath the pool or whatever. Well, I guess there's no sharks in a pool, so that totally works. But yeah, I mean, you don't want to put yellow, I guess, and orange on them. Oh my goodness, can you imagine a little kid? Oh my goodness, I would just freak out. Yeah, that's why your girl stays on land. Okay, friends, 2 down. Here's a look at that one right there. Let's see, which one are we gonna do? Let's do this pink one. This is cute, right? The little pink color. This linen is really hard to find in this color, but I found it and I snatched it. I love it when I find colors in linen that aren't the norm. I think I made this one too long too, dear Lord. I don't know why I'm making them so long in this video. Oh, that popped through easy. I like it when it pops through easy. All right, so let me take a survey. Who's all going to QUILT CON in 26? I'll pop a photo here. It's in Raleigh, North Carolina, so it's on the East Coast, so it's closer to me than it was last year. Because last year it was in Phoenix, and everybody that traveled in my group, it was on their side of the United States. I think I was the only one that came as far as I did from the East Coast. So I think we're gonna do it again. I can't say for certain. I don't have my tickets yet or anything, but I did renew my Modern Quilt Guild membership last week because I thought, you know what? I think we're going. I mean, the jury's still out, but I'm pretty sure we're going. I mean, there was talk that maybe Di would fly here and then I would use my vehicle and we would drive there to Raleigh since it's on this side, but it's still going to be like 12 hours or something crazy. She likes to drive. I don't like to drive. For me, I would rather just fly and just stay where I'm at once I get there, right? I mean, I don't like all that messing around. So I'm thinking we're not going to do that though. And it was all because she wanted to go to the Fiesta warehouse in Virginia or West Virginia or something crazy like that. So I think in the end, though, I don't think we're going to be doing that. I think we'll just all meet and rally because I don't want to have to be in the car that long. I don't do well. I would much rather fly. So the dates are in that picture. So you all have plenty of time to make your arrangements or whatever you need to do. I'm not sure if we're going to rent an Airbnb this time again or we're going to stay in the convention center hotel, which is right next to it. I'm not sure. They're probably all sold out. I don't know, because usually those convention center hotel rooms, they are taken up like as soon as the dates come out. So I imagine they're probably already taken. So we'll probably get an Airbnb. You know, it's way cheaper anyways to get an Airbnb. It really is. And plus it's nicer. Oh my word. The Airbnb that we stayed at in Phoenix was so nice. I mean, I had my own room, my own big bed, my own TV, whatever, you know, whatever. It even had a workout room, but you know, none of us girls were up in there. No way, man. We were not up in that workout room. I can think of 20 other things to do besides going there. But it was a lot of fun just hanging with the girls. I mean, the quilt show was nice. And, you know, if you're into the modern vibe, which I do like a lot of the modern quilts. I know that Quilt Con is not for everybody, though, because a lot of my viewers were like, well, where are all the traditional quilts at? You know, but I don't think they understood that Quilt Con was mainly modern quilts. On my channel, I do have a couple of videos of all of the quilts, not all of them. I tried to get them all. I did a video on just, you know, all the quilts that I could film and see there. And oh my word, were there so many wonderful crafters out there. Holy moly. I mean, these people are so just crazy good. I mean, just crazy creative. I mean, I would never think of half of the things that they put into a quilt, and the way they piece it is just, it blows your mind, friends. It really does. It blew my mind to see some of these quilts. But anyways, I think that we're probably going to be going. So just a heads up, if you want to get your tickets or get set up now, get your membership at the Modern Quilt Guild, because I think tickets are cheaper or different or something. I don't know if you're a member of the Modern Quilt Guild, and you don't have to be a member of just like your local guild or anything. It's just an individual membership. That's all mine is. And that way you can enter quilts and such if you want to enter. If you have a modern quilt that you want to enter in, you know, try your luck and see if it wins an award, possibly. That would be fun. But it does have to be, you know, that modern vibe. So yeah, it would be fun to get to meet a lot of you. I know I got to meet a ton of you at last year's Quilt Con. So many people came up to me and just said that they were a viewer of the channel, and it was just really nice to finally put some faces with your comments. Was really nice. It's just a fun place to go to hang out with people of like mind. Plus, you know, there's fabric there, right? And where there's fabric, you know, us quilters and sewists, we will flock there in droves. We'll fly to get there or drive to get there. Whatever it takes to get there, we are going, right? I mean, the fabric isn't really cheaper, you know, but you might see something there that you wouldn't have normally seen somewhere else. So that's kind of nice. We actually went to, and we'll probably do it again if we go to different quilt shops in the area. That was actually more fun than the actual Quilt Con, in my opinion, for my group of friends anyways. We had more fun just bebopping around Phoenix when we went to Phoenix last year and just going and checking out all of the other quilt shops. I mean, and I did buy probably more fabric at the quilt shops than I did at Quilt Con. Because, you know, at the quilt shops, you get all of everything. At Quilt Con, it's mainly a lot of modern vibe stuff going on. Wow, look at that. I finished that block quick. It's because I was chatty and you know how it goes, right? So there's that one. Wow, that was quick. Friends, take a guess. How much longer do you think that this quilt is going to take me to hand stitch? Do you think I'm going to be done before Christmas? Or do you think things are just going to get too out of hand and it's going to be 2026? You let me know your thoughts in the comments. Take a look at your screen right now. The playlist for this quilt is on your screen. Click it so we can get learning together. Until next time on the Sewing Channel, take care.